Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about palindrome names, and palindrome names are names that are spelled the same way, backwards and forwards. I'm sure you can think of a couple right off the top of your head. I have a list of girls' names, and then I have a shorter list of boys' names just because there aren't as many boys' names that I think are usable that are palindrome names, but I also have some really cool sibling names that are palindromes of each other that I'm going to talk about at the end of this video. But I'm going to start with the girls' names, and the first name I have is Hannah. And Hannah is a Hebrew name that means grace. It's pretty popular right now, but I still think it's very, very beautiful. And of course, it's a palindrome name, so it's spelled the same way backwards and forwards. Then I have Anna, and Anna is actually a Hebrew form of the name Hannah, and I think Anna is just so timeless and classic and beautiful, and I can imagine it on a woman of any age. I just love this name so much. Then I have another Hebrew name, and that is Eve. And Eve was, of course, the first woman in the Bible, the wife of Adam, and her name means life. Then I have a very cute, spunky French name, and that is Elle. And I think that Elle is a little bit more sophisticated than Ella, but you could still use the nickname Ella. And Elle is just so chic and adorable. I really like this name. Then there's Emmy, and Emmy can be a name by itself, or it can be a short form of the name Emmeline, but Emmeline isn't a palindrome name, but Emmy by itself is a palindrome. Then I have three names that start with A and end in A and are all three letters, but are all really, really different in their origins and their sounds. The first one is Ava. And Ava is a Latin name that means like a bird, and it's currently number 5 in popularity in the US. It is very, very popular, but it's also very, very beautiful, and I can understand why it's so popular. Then I have Ada, and Ada is a German name that means noble, and this one is still a little bit of a grandma name, but I could see it gaining some popularity as an alternative to the name Ava. And then I have Ara, and I love this name. It's a constellation name, and it's a Latin name that means altar. And then I have two really, really fun palindrome names. The first one is Aziza, and Aziza is an Arabic name that means esteemed. And then I have the very, very similar sounding name Aviva, and Aviva is a Hebrew name that means spring or renewal. So I only have 5 boys' names, but the first one I absolutely adore, and that is Otto. And Otto is one of those old man names that I think is definitely ready for a comeback, and it's a German name that means wealthy. Then I have the very, very cool name Asa, and I know that a lot of people think this name sounds feminine since it ends in an A, but I think it's a very, very cool boy's name, and it's actually a name in 2 different languages. In Japanese it means born at dawn, and in Hebrew it means doctor. Then I have the very, very cool Turkish name Savas. The only problem with this name is that it means war, but if you can get over that meaning, I think it's a very, very cool sounding palindrome name. Then I have Nevin, and Nevin is another one that's very, very cool sounding, and it kind of fits in with Devin and Evan, and I think it would be a very better, like, updated form of that name, and it means holy or sacred. Then the last boy's name I have is Laval, and Laval is a city in Quebec, Canada. Then I have some palindrome sibling names, and the first one I have is Leon and Noel. Leon spelt backwards is Noel, and Noel spelt backwards is Leon. And Leon is a French name that means lion, and Noel is a French name that means born on Christmas Day. So not only are they palindromes of each other, but they're both from the same language of origin. They're both French, which I think is very nice. Then I have one that I could definitely see as a sib set that would gain a lot of popularity if people really wanted to tie sibling names together, because one of the names is very, very popular right now, and that is Aiden. And Aiden spelt backwards is actually Nadia, and Aiden is an Irish name that means little fire. Like I said, it's very, very popular right now, and Nadia is a beautiful Slavic girl's name that means hope. And then I have the very cool Scandinavian name Axel, and Axel spelled backwards is Lexa, which is a diminutive of Alexandra or all the other Alex names. And Axel means my father is peace. So Axel and Lexa could be a very, very cool sib set. And then I was trying to come up with some of my own combinations that weren't in books or on the internet, and I actually came up with a palindrome sibling set, and that is Amos and Soma. And Amos is a Hebrew name that means to carry, and it's another one of those old man names that I like so much. And Soma is a Sanskrit name that means the nectar of immortality. And I believe this name is masculine, but I could definitely see it being a girl's name as well because it ends in an A, and it has such a cool meaning. So if you have any palindrome girls' names, boys' names, or sibling names, I would love to hear them because I think palindrome names are very, very cool. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.